During grade school, were you or anyone you know ever judged or bullied because of the type of clothes you wore? If you answered yes, unfortunately, you are not alone. This type of behavior still happens in public schools today. We live in the type of world where we are always being judged by where we live, what we wear, or how much money we have. Worst of all, some students are bullied for what they wear because they may not be able to afford the expensive designer brands. Students should wear school uniforms in public schools because it promotes learning, creates a safer school environment, and it is cost-effective for parents and families. President Bill Clinton once stated, "If it means that the schoolrooms will be more orderly and more disciplined, and that our young people will learn to evaluate themselves by what they are on the inside instead of what they wear on the outside, then our public schools should be able to require their students to wear uniforms." I completely agree with this quote. Most middle and high schools require school uniforms around the world. Almost all private schools wear school uniforms. It is time that public schools start to wear school uniforms too. My intent of this speech is to persuade my audience why students should wear school uniforms in public schools. Students should wear school uniforms in public schools because it promotes learning in the classroom. It is important for students to focus on the lessons being taught during the day. If students wore school uniforms, they would concentrate more on the lessons rather than the fashion statements being made. One author states that wearing school uniforms provides a sense of unity and instills a sense of community in the school. This helps the children form a relationship with one another and will promote a more studious environment. Having uniforms benefits both the teachers and the parents. Both the teachers and the parents will not have to decide what is appropriate or inappropriate for the clothes students choose to wear to school. A uniform will provide quickness, getting ready in the morning, and being on time to school. It has been documented that when students wear uniforms, they feel more professional and tend to behave accordingly. With this attitude, each student can get the most out of each lesson being taught throughout the day. School uniforms can help students focus on what is most important, their education. Now I will move into how school uniforms create a safer school environment. In a school, it is important for the teachers, faculty, and most importantly, students to feel safe. School uniforms would be effective in order to easily identify outside school intruders. Student safety is one of the most important things in a school. Uniforms are a way for students to be seen as equal. This is a way that there can be equality amongst the students and no student feels singled out based on what he or she may be wearing. In order to have a safe place for students to learn, there should be no bullying. The authors of The Pros and Cons of School Uniforms believe that school uniforms will keep violence and theft out of schools. There should be school uniforms in public schools in order to keep violence out. This way, gang-related identity and markings wouldn't be brought into the school. The authors of Pros and Cons of School Uniforms states that baggy clothes are sometimes worn to hide weapons or drugs. School uniforms restrict students from wearing baggy clothes. Both teachers and parents can agree that a child's safety is very important. The final reason why students should wear school uniforms in public schools is because it is cost-effective for parents and families. In today's society, children are judged based off of their parents' income. Students can pass down uniforms once they are too small. They can also reuse old uniforms, recycle the uniforms, or give them to a uniform exchange. School uniforms would be less expensive than a whole new wardrobe for a child. This would allow the parents to save their money. Most children and teenagers want the new, cool styles just like their peers. But it can be very expensive. School uniforms would allow every child to look the same. School uniforms are also more durable than other clothes because uniforms are designed to be worn every day. I hope with this information you understand and can agree with me why there should be school uniforms in public schools. Here is a picture of some school uniforms that can be designed for public schools. President Bill Clinton once stated, "And if it means that teenagers will stop killing each other over designer jackets, then our public schools should be able to require their students to wear school uniforms." Please do students, teachers, families, and yourself a favor by making a difference in the public schools by voting towards school uniforms. I hope you can agree with me that students should wear school uniforms in public schools in order to promote learning, have a safe school environment, and it be costly effective for parents and families.
Good.